Hi everyone, I'm David. Welcome to Country Boy Catfishing. Today we're out here just trying to beat the weather. We've got a cold front coming through, going to drop us down into the 30s and low teens. It's basically going to be one of my last days to fish, so I'm out here trying to get it done. Hello NKR, how are you doing? Hey Art, what's up? We're out here chasing these cats, guys, trying to get a few catfish before the weather gets bad. We got a cold front coming in. It's going to severely drop our temperatures. Highs will be in the low 30s, and we're going to drop down into the teens. So I'm up here. It's not really where I wanted to fish. Hey, Dan, not the spot I really wanted to fish, but uh, still pretty chilly. And we got 20 to 25-mile-an-hour wind. So the main lake is really, really rough. So I'm kind of back in this cove, uh, trying to hide from the wind. As you can see out in the water, there's lots of brush and shrubs. Uh, I've been finding a lot of fish feeding up in this stuff. So we're just going to wait and see what happens. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. I hope that sun pops through them clouds. It's about 40 right now, but when you got a 25-mile-an-hour wind pushing it, feels a lot colder than that. But the sun starts to poke through the clouds. That'll definitely help. This is shallow water here. So the more that sun heats the water up, the more active the fish can get. But kind of one of them deals. I didn't have a whole lot of choice of where I fished today, but it still beats sitting at home. We got bad weather coming in, like I said earlier, and I'll be stuck at home for like 7 to 10 days. Kind of going to be my last day to get a fishing trip in. So even though the conditions are not ideal, it still beats sitting at the house and not being able to fish at all. 17 below where you're at, Lynn. That's not good. Hi, Lacey. Like I say, it's winter time. Uh, the weather's still cool. The sun is just now starting to uh, shine through the clouds. So probably going to be a slow bite, but you can definitely catch them. We're not too far from the spot where I caught the 20 pounder a couple of days ago. I say 20 pounds. That's what I guesstimated him at. I don't weigh them. I'm going to have to get a set of scales and start weighing these fish. Snowed this morning where you're at, Art, and now it's all clear and gone. I'm hoping we get lucky and catch some of these fish coming up into this brush and stuff to feed. This is kind of towards the tail end of this cove. Got about another 100 yards and it shuts off. And back in there, it's almost solid stumps and brush. Yeah, that whisker bowl was definitely fun to watch, and it was good to see Uncle Josh back out on the water. Some guys had a pretty tough day fishing. Uh, couldn't get anything to bite, but Art and Muskrat, we got. Not a bad fish, guys. You can tell they are just rolling fat. Beautiful colors. Got the pinks, the purples in mixed with them. Uh, just a nice fish. My wife's been wanting some catfish to eat. Only caught one the other day and turned it back. So I'm gonna keep this one. It's perfect size to eat, and see if we can get some more. And he hit on uh, fresh cut shad. Uh, we got the fish, and he didn't even get our bait. So we're gonna try it again. They're in the cold water. When you catch them, they're not that dark gray. They really got beautiful colors to them, purples and pinks mixed in, and they're really beautiful fish. I'm gonna get him in the basket and get him in the water. Yeah, Dan, we got one. Didn't take long at all. Put him in the water down here real quick. This is the shad head that he hit, guys. It hadn't been out there but 10 minutes less. So we're gonna put it back out there and try and catch another one. What I'm doing, guys, I don't know if y'all can get a good view of all the brush out in the water. I'm not throwing out that far. I'm trying to stay inside of that brush. And for some reason, they're coming up into this brush and stuff to feed. That fish there, he probably wasn't in 2 foot of water. Hi, Big Slim. Thanks for coming in. Well, hopefully that's a good sign. That fish came within the first 10 minutes of being here, so maybe there'll be some more up in here trying to feed. Basically got the lake to myself. Not seeing a whole lot of people that fish in the winter down here, but you can catch fish in the winter. I love catching them in the shallow water. Uh, they fight real hard in the shallow water. A lot of the times when you hook them, they'll bust the top of the water, and it's a lot of fun. Kind of got my blood flowing already this morning. Now I'm ready for another one. I figured the bite was going to be a lot slower today. That one hit pretty quick. Yeah, if everything works right this year, I want to get down there, fish with the 1 ton club, hit up Kerr Lake down there. Yeah, guys, I tried to get out and fish as much as I can. Right now, I do a lot of lives because I have not figured out the editing on the videos. And it's nice to be able to come in and talk with people. It kind of puts you on the spot, though. You don't want to get skunked on a live. I know it happened. I really come out today and the temperatures are so cold and the water's so shallow. I wasn't expecting much, and I've already caught more than I thought I would. So, no, I'm ready for warmer weather. My wife, she loves to fish, but she won't fish in the cold. She's sitting at home right now on the couch, I bet, with the fireplace still going, uh, watching on TV. I'm gonna try and stay out as long as I can today. I hope we don't get blowed off the water like I did the other day. This water here is not bad. We're on the back side of this cove, way back down at the end of it, trying to stay out of the wind. Out on that main lake, it's white capping. Everyone's talking about woodworking. I love working with wood, but I also love being a CNC machinist too, building stuff out of metal. I like working with my hands, period. I loved welding. Uh, they always tried to get me to move to their welding shop, but to me, welding is fun. And if I did it for a living, I think it would take some of the fun out of it. So I never really got into the welding for a career. Hi, JB. Welcome. Everyone just popping in. We've already got one small fish, a nice little eater, probably about 6 pounds. Uh, he hit within less than 10 minutes. So we're going to stick around. That sun's trying to pop through and see if we can get some more. I do eat catfish. I like to keep some to cook uh, when we want to fry some up. I don't stock my freezer. Uh, I don't keep anything over 10 pounds. I always put them back. Most of the time when we're fishing, even the little ones, if we're not doing a fish fry that night or the next day, I'll turn them all loose. Let them grow. Let someone else have the joy of coming out here and catching them. To me, there's nothing better than coming out and spending time on the water. And it's peaceful, it's relaxing, and being able to catch those catfish, feel the fight, and see them just fold the rods over. It's great to be able to do that, and we want to make sure that this resource is here for future generations. Those of y'all that missed JV's show last night, uh, he had a pretty neat little knife he was giving away. You could wear it as a necklace with the sheath. Uh, if y'all didn't see that, you might go in there and check it out. It was pretty neat. Hey, Art, how many fish did y'all end up catching after you shut the live off yesterday? Y'all were doing pretty good during the live. 4 more. Yeah, it looked like y'all were doing pretty good. Hi, two old vets. Mike Turner, how you been doing? Man, I was just glad that Josh got to get back out and catch some fish. He was down so long, he had to be having withdrawals. If you love the catfish and you get this fishing in your blood, when you're stuck at home and not able to go, it's pretty rough. I'm dreading it. We got 7 to 10 days of really bad weather. They're talking snow. Uh, so I'm trying to get out as much as I can because I know I won't be able to when that hits, and it's not good. I hate being stuck at home, not being able to fish. I'm kind of a fishaholic. Guys, I'm gonna walk over here and get my drink real quick. If one of these rods go down, one of y'all grab it for me. Well, I guess nothing happened while I was gone. Oh, we had one just peck our fore rod over there. He's gonna have to be a lot more aggressive than that before I ever even go to the rod. I know I'm ready for another one to bite. Yeah, Vets, I'm in the same boat. I think my wife loves it when I come fish. Kind of gives her the house to herself. And she's not used to me being home. I worked all the time, and uh, I got hurt last year or year before, and been stuck at home all the time. And she was used to me being gone for 12 to 16 hours a day, and all of a sudden I got stuck at home with her all the time. When you spend that much time with each other, it'll test your relationship. When the weather gets warm, My wife will be right out here fishing with me. She will not get on the camera, but she'll be out here fishing. So you like to fish more than your husband does, Lacey? My wife loves to fish. She just won't fish in the cold. Oh no, he doesn't catfish. Maybe you'll have to teach him. He's had one full on that one. Hope that's not a turtle. It looked an awful lot like a turtle bite. Hi, P City. He just barely pulled on that rod and turned loose of it. I hope that's not one of these snapping turtles down there eating my bait. I think it's great to see all the women out there fishing. You have a lot of women out there that are incredible anglers. They have lots of knowledge. And Paula Smith, she's great. You have a lot of women out there that love to fish every bit as much as the men do. Muskrat Adventures, Roger's wife, Janice, she loves to fish. I love to watch her fish. She just gets so excited. I love watching people get excited when they catch a fish. I'm ready to see Chunky catch some more fish. He's kind of had a rough time here lately. And he goes, it takes him a lot of time just to get set up with all his lights and everything. I would like to see him get on some fish and catch some. I know a lot of guys trophy catfish now. That's all they want is a trophy sized catfish. But I still come out here and I can have fun catching the small eater sized fish. I love catching the big ones. Don't get me wrong, but that's not my focus. I like to be out there. I like to have the action of the fish biting, and big or small, I still enjoy catching them. I need to find where it's mid to upper 70s year round. Yeah, bet. Me too. I don't know if y'all have noticed yet or not, but I like fishing places that's got lots of cover, stumps, trees, brush, because the flathead in this lake. Uh, any kind of structure, rock, stump, the brush, they really like that cover. And for you guys that are out there that are new to fishing and are looking to catch your bigger fish, hi Alan. Uh, this water's where the big fish live. Uh, you can find spots where you know there's cover, uh, and then fish frequent that area. Uh, that's where you need to fish. You may not always catch a big one, but if the big ones are traveling through there, and that's where they call home, it's going to increase your chances of getting on that big catfish. Yeah, had some great giveaways. Y'all didn't catch Has Life. He had a giveaway today. Some rods and some reels. Lots of cool stuff. You need to go check that out. Has fishes up around the DC area. Him, Fishing Magician, Chunky, the Baltimore Angler, DMV. Uh, there's a bunch of great guys up there that fish that area and fishing that Potomac. They have been on there. They've caught some nice fish out of there. Yeah, Alan's been doing pretty good on the giveaways. You might want to go get him a lottery ticket. Been pretty lucky. Dan, how cold is it where you're at? You're only about 2 hours away from me. It was 39 when I first got here, but that sun's popped through and it's warmed up quite a bit, or at least it feels like it has. Helping block that wind and staying in the sun helps a lot. P City, I never win anything. Yeah, P City, I'm the same way. I'm not lucky at all. That's why I don't go to the casinos or anything like that. People make fun of me, but I swear I could be the only person entered in a contest and still lose. Oh, nice, Lynn. I may holler at you, Lynn, to get some little decals and stuff done. Uh, I want to get some hats and some shirts and some hoodies made up with the little icon on my page. And Eastern Minnesota. Hmm. Yeah, Lynn, I may holler at you and see if we can get some little decals made. I know everybody likes having the stickers for their vehicles and their boats, and my wife's been wanting to get one of them, Lynn. She does all kinds of crafts, and kind of slowed down on her crafting now. She's back into her coin collecting, and metal detecting and stuff like that. She kind of jumps back and forth. All right, fish, come on. Surely that wasn't the only fish swimming in the water over here. That sun will pop out through these clouds and stay out for a little bit. It'll definitely help our chances. Hi, Thomas. I keep waiting to see Thomas and Sharina do some more live fishing. Did did y'all get to see that rod that Ricky's creation made for Jasmine has his wife? Beautiful rod, done a reel. Y'all didn't see that rod that Ricky's creation made for Jasmine, you need to go over to Haz's uh, site and check it out. Ricky does some neat stuff. Yeah, Lacey, Ricky is very, very talented. Those sciencey stuff that he makes, like for Chunky and uh, Chris Flores and Palmetto, they're just uh, kind of off the charts. You don't expect to see stuff like that. It's really great what Ricky does for the catfish community. He supports a lot of the guys. He's in a lot of the streams. Ricky's a great guy. Man, that fish kind of got my hopes up. I thought the bite was going to be on fire. We wasn't here 10 minutes and already had that fish on the bank. I must have hit him right in the head with it. That sun sure feels good. Yeah. Y'all are not familiar with Ricky's Creations, you need to go check out his site, go to his page, and look at some of the stuff he does. Very talented, very intelligent. Uh, he does all kinds of stuff. I think he made art, One Ton Fishing Club, their battery pack. I may holler at him, uh, get into some battery packs uh, that I can take out and do at least 10 to 12 hour live streams with. Peace, Smitty, that's great. I love to see everybody in the catfish community growing. Uh, Guys, anytime you're in here on my channel, there are moderators. Do not be afraid to share out links. Get all the links out there. Uh, I want the links shared. I like to see everybody grow and to share the love with everybody. It makes it easier because a lot of people are hard to find on YouTube. And when you share the links, it makes it easier for everyone to find them. Just like me, there were so many country boy catfishings out there that I was hard to find, and you would have to look at the icon to search me out. With the links, it really helps. Hey, Tubby Guy Outdoors, JB's Outdoors. Uh, he does real good. Uh, as far he's got the wheel, he puts everyone's name on the wheel that wants up there, and they'll spin random. And when it lands on them, he will go and pick a video from their channel and play it and share out the links and stuff. So it does great advertising the new channels, guys that are new, getting them out there. And the more we can share and links and share out to other sites and other places and help each other grow, the bigger our catfish community is going to get and the stronger it's going to get. You guys got new channels and you're looking for moderators and stuff, Mike Turner there. Mike Turner is an excellent mod. Uh, Becca the Mud Tramp, she's another excellent mod. They are quick with the links. They share everything. You really need to check them out. And if you guys have not been over to JV's Outdoors, you need to go out there, especially if you got a new channel, and get your name put out on that wheel. And he helps get your name out there and get you shared out. He's doing a lot to help the new channels, and that's really great. even if you just got an introduction video and that's all you've got so far, uh, make an introduction video, kind of tell people of the content they expect to see, and get that posted up on your channel. And you can go out there and visit JV Outdoors site, subscribe to him, and next time he goes live and he does that wheel, you can get your name put up on the wheel, and it kind of gets your name out there to the rest of the YouTube community. I seen somebody new. Big Country. Welcome, Big Country. Guys, when they post these links in the chat, if you don't have them, check them out. Subscribe to some of these guys and kind of share the love. You'd be surprised what you can learn watching other people's fishing channels. I know a lot of guys fish the rivers or fish lakes that may not be in your area, but that does not mean the same basic principles don't apply where you're at. You can learn a lot watching these other guys, different techniques, different baits, things to look for to locate the fish. It's really helpful. Yeah, JV's Outdoors does a great job supporting other channels. If y'all have not checked JV Outdoors out, you really need to go check him out. Come on, dude. That fish hit so fast when we got here, he got me all excited. Been kind of dead after that. A couple of little pools, but nothing to write home about. It's nice out here. That sun's starting to shine. I can hear birds singing over here in the trees. Really nice out here where I'm at. This whole lake that I'm fishing at, Eureka Lake, it's surrounded by public hunting land. Uh, they do bow hunting only, so it's not all cleared out. You've got lots of trees and timber. It's real thick, and you come to a place like this, and you're just kind of secluded. It kind of makes you feel like you're away from the rest of the world. All right, Dan, get you something to eat. I'm using cut shad. In the wintertime, cut shad is one of my favorite baits. I always like to get fresh shad. Uh, Frozen will work, but I believe fresh bait is always better. And shad works really well here because shad is a natural forage fish in this lake, gizzard shad. And this lake, you can throw a cast net. Uh, you're not going to catch them up here in the shallow water this time of year. This time of the year, the shad are, they're holding in 25, 30 foot of water. So unless you have a boat, get out in that deep channel, you're kind of wasting your time. But in the spring and the summer, when this water heats up, especially in these backwater coves, there's got creek channels coming into them. you'll see them shads start popping the top of the water, and you can take your cast net from the bank and uh, get you some fresh shad. I don't keep a bunch in my freezer frozen. Uh, I like to have fresh bait as I go. I do need to invest in me a little chest freezer to start putting some of my bait and stuff in. When I go out and catch shad and I bring them home, I know I'm going fishing the next day. And even though I put them in a Ziploc bag and either stick them in the refrigerator or the freezer, my wife sometimes kind of gets upset with me. So I definitely need to get me a little deep freeze or something to put my bait in. That way my wife's happy and I'm happy. What would you recommend for channel tips? Tubby Guy Outdoors for your channel cats and stuff. Uh, man, Danny Kings makes a punch bait, and he's got original and blood. And I have had really good luck on that punch bait for your channel cats and your smaller blues. Hey, Sunfish Assassin. Uh, we got one right when we got here, Sunfish. I hadn't been here 10 minutes, and he hit. And we haven't had anything since then. A couple of little pulls, but nothing to write home about. The sun's starting to pop out, warm this water up. So I'm hoping as the water heats up, so will the fish. And Tubby Guys Outdoors, especially in the springtime of the year, uh, when there's rain and the lakes come up a little bit, water rises and gets into the grass. Man, you can take night crawlers, just red worms, and go out there and catch them up close to the bank on a court. My wife loves to use worms in a court, and she has caught numerous fish that way. And even when I'm fishing deep with shad and live bait and not getting anything on them red worms up close to the bank, she still may be catching 8 pound channel cat and blue cat just right up cruising the bank. Bullhead for bait. Yeah, if you're fishing for flathead down here in the creeks and stuff when they flood, uh, and even in the lakes here, uh, them bullhead are almost like candy to a flathead. Uh, you can if you can take a pond that's full of bullhead. Down here we call them mudcat, and you could throw a flathead in that pond, and he will clean out that pond. Hey, Chunky Cat's in the house, the king of bling. Chunky, I was talking about you earlier. I'm hoping your luck turns around and you can get on the fish again. You've been out there putting in the time and putting in the effort for all of us to watch, and fish really haven't been treating you right here lately. Guys, if you are not subscribed to Chunky Cat's Fishing, uh, you need to go hook him up. Chunky is a blast to watch. Even when he's not catching fish, uh, it's just a load of fun to be in there and watch and talk with him. And he's got all the neon lights and the neon rods. And Chunky Chunky definitely puts on a great show, guys. Thanks, Lynn, for putting his link up. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to Chunky Cats, you need to check him out. I promise it. You will not regret it. Hi, Dale. Welcome. Uh, yeah, Dale, I had one about 6 pounds as soon as I got here. I hadn't even been live 10 minutes yet. And we caught him. And then it kind of slowed down. So the sun's starting to pop out finally. It's going to heat this water up. And as it starts to heat this water up, I think the fish will pull up in here and start feeding a little bit better. Welcome, Charlie Hubbard. You can see there's lots of brush out here in this water. And where I've been catching them was in this shallow water on the inside of that brush line. I'm not thrown out there very far at all. So I'm trying to stay on the inside of that brush. But I'm hoping these fish get active. All right, JV, I'll catch you later. Thanks for coming in. Y'all guys need to bring me some luck. About time for another one of these rods to go down. Hey, Josh, thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you out fishing again yesterday, Josh. Right now, Josh, I don't care if it's a big one or a small one. I just love catching them. I'll catch anything that bites that shad. I've got two of the Shakespeare Ugly Sticks, medium action, with them 6500 wide spool Abu Garcias. And that medium action rod, you catch a 6 pound fish on it. It's a lot of fun to fight. Any moderators in here, make sure you get the 1 Ton Fishing Club link out there. These guys are a blast to watch. Uh, they did a great job in the Whisker Bowl yesterday. Acts like that wind's trying to change directions on us again. Hopefully it don't blow us off the water. Yeah, sunfish. If I hope to be home in time, but I'm gonna watch Palmetto and see what all's going on. Kevin at Palmetto Cat, he has really been coming up with some great ideas, and that whisker bowl was a big success. I hope they do it again because I would like to get involved next time he does that. It's a lot of fun. I was really shocked yesterday though with the two stands. Uh, I really figured on that James River they would be tearing the fish up, and the fish just didn't cooperate with them. It ain't great for those guys yesterday though. Uh, Even though the fish weren't biting, they were picking up new people to their channel and stuff, and it really helped out. Chesapeake, he did really well. Uh, Art and them with One Ton Fishing Club, they did real well. Setups that I have, I've got these two right closest to me are the 7,000 IC3 Abu Garcias with 40-pound Berkeley Big Game main line, and I've got 60-pound leaders and 4-ounce snow rolls on them. The other two are medium action Shakespeare Ugly Stick, and I've got 25-pound Berkeley Big Game main line on them with 60-pound leader and Abu Garcia 6500 wide spool. They're the ugly sticks are just a medium action rod, and they're super sensitive, and even catching the smaller fish that most people call dinks and stuff, they are a lot of fun. The 7,000 IC3s are my favorite reel, but Abu Garcia is not making them anymore, and I really want to get me some new rods and reels, and I'm going to try and find something similar to the 7,000 IC3s and check them out. Uh, this COVID really makes it hard because you can't physically go and put your hands on the reel. And from some of the pictures and stuff I've seen online, just the 7,000 C3 reels and stuff, it looks like they might have a plastic spool in them. And I really try and stay away from the plastic spool on my reels. I like the aluminum spools. Uh, I think they work better. So that's one of my personal preferences. So I'm going to try and find some reels close to them. If I can't find anything I like, I may have to switch from Abu Garcia and try a different brand. Hey, Creole, how's it going? Creole catfishing in the house. Well, Creole had a busy day yesterday. He spent the morning with Mark catfish and crappie, and then come on last night and did the talk show uh, with I believe Mike Greenwell. Uh, Rio was on there last night. Rio was a lot of fun to watch, guys. Hey, Eric B. Uh, so if you're not subscribed to Creole Catfishing, you need to check him out. Uh, he's down there fishing, and he does a great job with the catfish. He's got videos where he was teaching his wife to throw a bait caster, and also going out and catching them Asian carp for bait. So definitely, if you guys have not checked out Creole Catfishing, you need to check him out. He's in Louisiana, great guy. Uh, he does real good down there fishing on the rivers and stuff. Uh, even though I'm not a big fan of the chicken bait, I have watched Creole use it. And if I'm not mistaken, at the beginning of this year, I think Creole caught a new personal best bumping chicken. That bumping's something new to me. Down here on the lakes, you don't see a lot of it, but I watched Hagen Grubbs and them do it. Mike Greenwell, I watched Creole do it, and a lot of the times them guys will be out and they'll have rods suspended and dragging, and the fish aren't doing anything. And they can take that bumping rod and they'll sit there and work that bait back when nothing else is biting, and them fish will just nail it. I don't know what triggers them so much about that bait bumping like that, but it's fun to watch because you definitely want to be paying attention, because if you're not and you're just kind of relaxed and that fish hit, you can lose a rod. I'm not a big fan either, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, Chunky, down here it has not worked for me. I've not caught a fish on it yet, but I know it works. Yeah, I seen when you use the night crawlers, Chunky. Uh, and that's the sad thing. I've never seen when night crawlers didn't work. But I know the chicken works. I know people catch fish on it. Uh, man, you can't Dieter Melhorn. He uses chicken all the time. Uh, you cannot tell me it does not work. Uh, Catfish Dave, he kind of did it as a joke. Got that chicken and was making fun of it, and went out there and just killed the catfish on chicken. And I know for a fact chicken will catch fish. It's just, there's different scenarios, I guess it works, and I have not quite figured that out yet. I know Norm with Catfish Headhunters. He was telling me uh, it doesn't really do good in the winter, uh, and I can see that uh, with me, especially because I bank fish. I can't go out there and drag the bait into the fish's mouth. I can't put it right in its face. Bank fishing, I got to have something where the fish are going to come to me. But I know chicken works. Chicken do catch, does catch fish, just like people with chicken liver. Uh, I've seen a lot of people use chicken liver and catch fish on it. Chicken liver is just too much of a hassle for me to try and uh, keep the bait on the hook. No chicken on the boat yesterday, all shad. Guys, during the spring and the summer when this water heats up, uh, I not only use shad, but I love live bluegill. Uh, for the flatheads and stuff in this lake, and I have had big blue cat tear them bluegill up too. You can take them out here, put them on a big float, and throw them out there. And hey, Fishing Magician 2.0, Mark's in the house, guys. Guys, if y'all have not watched 2.0, The Fishing Magician, you need to check him out. This guy goes out there and he's one of the ones that fish up there with Chunky and that area on the Potomac. And he fishes some brutal weather. And here lately, they've kind of had a rough bite. The bite has kind of slowed down, but Fishing Magician is definitely on the fish. You need to check him out, watch some of his videos. I mean, they do a great job up there. Like, you can learn stuff from them. I never ever once thought about using eel for bait because it's just not common around here. And I got to watching Chunky with the eel, and I know Mark and them use it, and a lot of them guys has in them. They'll use carp a lot, and they have good luck on carp. Uh, there's different mates out there that work in different areas, guys, and you can kind of watch them and learn things that they're doing. Yeah, definitely check out the Fishing Magician. Uh, yeah, thanks, Mike Turner. Mike Turner got his link up there. You definitely want to check him out. Uh, I think that's a turtle. He's cool on this. I think we got a turtle messing with that. He's just pulling the line and then he just slowly lets it back. I haven't seen a turtle head out here, but that doesn't mean anything. That definitely looked like a turtle bite. Thanks, Mark. Like I say, guys, them guys up there in the DC area, uh, they do some serious fishing. They put a lot of time in. A lot of the spots they find, like Mark, he just has to go out and explore and find these spots to fish. And they do a great job. They're a great little community of guys up there that fish that Potomac River. And Has Live 2.0, Chunky, uh, Fishing Magician, DMV, the Baltimore Angler. Uh, there's a lot of great content and things you can learn watching different techniques. Guys, especially now, if you're looking to buy a new rod and reel, watching these guys fish, you can kind of check out things that they're using. You can kind of see the action of the rods, and it's a great way to see the rods in action before you go out and order them online. Hi, John Boy. Yes, Uncle Josh, our catfish community is definitely the best. Uh, there's so much love and everyone helps everybody. Hey, Hooks and Hammock, uh, it's a great community, and the way everyone helps each other, and it's really amazing. Uh, if y'all missed the knot tying contest that Palmetto Cat had, you need to go back and watch that. And Fishing with Robbie, little Robbie was on there. And even though Robbie did not win, the whole community pulled together and started donating stuff to that young man. He's a great young man. And when you see the way that people come together and try and help each other out, it's heartwarming and it just gives you a great feeling. Country boy, where are you fishing at? Creole, I'm on Eureka Lake, uh, southern Oklahoma. I'm about 45 minutes from the Texas state line. Uh, this is a oh, oh, I'm walking down here. Theo, you brought me good luck. Hey, Ricky, another nice little fish, 4 or 5 pounds. Uh, Wife told me to bring her some fish home to eat. So even though this isn't a monster fish, I'm still glad that we got him and got to feel the fight and a bite because we definitely got cold weather coming in and snow and temperatures in the teens. So to be able to come out and catch some fish like this is pretty awesome. I'm going to get him in the basket and I'll come back and finish answering your question, Creole. Uh, Creole, I'm on Eureka Lake in southern Oklahoma, uh, close to the Texas state line. He didn't even get our bait. Uh, this lake was built as a flood control lake to keep the town of Eureka from flooding. It's got 2 creeks that feed it that are Little Beaver and Big Beaver Creek come in, and it's a really great fishery. It's loaded with fish, and those like that, 5, 6 pound catfish, you can come out here and catch them till your arms get tired. I'm gonna get this rod back out there. And as y'all can tell, I'm not throwing that far out. I'm staying on the inside of that brush line. And I don't know why these fish keep coming up so shallow this time of the year to feed, but they are. They're coming up into this brush. And we're not fishing in 2 to 3 foot of water. All right. See if we can get another one. Jason Lamb, thanks for coming in. Oh, Mark, The bait is cut gizzard shad, fresh cut shad. Gizzard shad is the main forage fish on this lake, and it's a great bait. Uh, in the wintertime, I use cut bait. Uh, it works really well, but during the spring and summer, you will also have good luck with live shad. That was fun. I can come out here, catch them 5 to 6 pound fish like that all day and have a blast. We're not too far from where we were the couple days ago, and had that nice one come through and hammer down. I called him a 20. He may have been bigger. I don't weigh them. I just guesstimated them. Really nice fish, and was a lot of fun. You're welcome, Hooks and Hammock. Uh, Guys, I'm getting this channel started. I'm new. So I go back into these live streams. And I know a lot of y'all from the other live streams. So I go back and rewatch them, and I add moderators. Hey, two Stans. Yeah, Stan, I caught two. Both of them about 5 to 6 pounds. Caught one in less than 10 minutes of being here, and I just caught another one. Ricky's Creation in the house. Did I miss him? But the sun's starting to pop out, so I think as that sun comes up and it warms up, so will the fish action. They'll pull up in here and start feeding, and hopefully we can catch some more. I am keeping a couple because Mama told me she wanted some uh, fish, so I'll keep her some and take home to where she can fry some fish. Hi, Skin and Scales. Yeah, it's not too bad here right now. It was 39 when I got here, but that sun has popped out, and this little spot I'm in, the reason I come here is we've got 25 and 30-mile-an-hour winds on the main lake. So I pulled off down in this hill in this back cove, kind of protected from the wind, and I'm not out there in that white capping water, and it seems to be doing pretty good. A lot of times, this time of year, especially in the winter, I'm getting warm. I'm gonna have to come out of this coat. Uh, the sun comes up and it heats these backwaters because they're shallow. They heat up quicker, and your shad and stuff, your bait fish will come in here after the plankton, and then your catfish and stuff will come up in here chasing the shad. On the smaller catfish like these, I fillet them. Uh, just because it's a lot quicker, it's a lot easier. Uh, I've seen a lot of people that skin them and eat them whole, and that's fine too. Either way works. Uh, my deal, I fillet them because I'm a fat boy. When I sit down to eat that fish, I'm not worried about bones or anything else. I don't want anything in there. I can put some fish away. We got catfish hunters in the house. Hey, catfish hunter. Uh, so I just prefer to fillet mine, and I don't keep anything over 10 pounds. Uh, we got another bite. Most of the time, I don't keep any fish at all unless my wife tells me, like yesterday, she told me she wanted some fish, so I'll keep her some fish to fry. But most of the time, I just turn my fish loose. Put them back, let them grow, let someone else have the fun of catching them. Kind of noticing a pattern here, guy. I'm gonna see if it holds true. If it does, these farthest two rods, I may move them to the other side. Uh, so far, all the fish have come right out here in front of me, and I've got these two thrown back up in this cove this way. If I keep getting bites only on these rods, I may move these other two over to this brush on this side. But so far, all these rods farthest to my left, that's the two we really had good bites on and got fish on. I need to pull that one in and check it because I think there was a turtle messing with it. Trying to enjoy all that sunshine I can. It's going to drop our temperatures down into the 30s and low teens. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm going to be stuck inside for about 7 to 10 days. Hey, Epic, trying to get out and enjoy it as much as I can. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Guys, if you have questions about catfishing and you want to learn, you need to go check out Epic's channel. Uh, Epic is a walking encyclopedia of catfish knowledge. Uh, very, very, very intelligent, and he is just full of knowledge. Wish them clouds would move on and just leave that sun out. It's so nice when that sun's out. When that sun pops behind them clouds, it gets pretty chilly real quick. Yeah, fins and fines. Uh, when you get a chance to get in a conversation with Epic, uh, it tends to be a little longer than most because he has so much great information and knowledge and experience. Uh, we're all kind of in there taking notes and kind of like in awe. And it's a really great time. And like I say, there's so much knowledge and information that he has that he's sharing. Uh, we all kind of get enveloped in it. Dance creations, you should be out fishing. That cold front hits and that snow and everything, and uh, you're going to be wishing you could go fishing. Sit inside and stay warm, Dan. What fun is that? Yeah, uh, that's the main reason I'm out today. Is we've got bad weather coming in, and I know I'm going to be stuck at home for 7 to 10 days without being able to fish. And even though it was 39 degrees when I got out here, I was still enjoying it because I know this is probably going to be my last chance to get out for 7 to 10 days. So I know 7 to 10 days probably don't seem like a lot to most guys, but I love to fish. And when you're stuck at home and you're sitting there and you're watching all these other guys on YouTube catch fish and you can't get out, it will put you through some serious withdrawals. Uh, you will be excited and ready to go out and fish. I'm going to grab a drink, guys. I'll be right back. Watch them poles. If they go down, one of y'all grab them. Man, Creole brought me some luck. Come in and went to ask a question and got that fish on. I may have missed the question while I was gone. If you're asking what I'm using for bait, yeah, cut shad. Yeah, Ricky, at my age, I'm not too much into the snowman. I'd rather be out fishing. Yeah, the bait is cut shad. I always use fresh cut shad. Uh, if I can't get any fresh shad, I will use frozen, but uh, it's kind of my last resort. I prefer the fresh bait. That's not the only thing that catches fish on this lake. Like I said, Danny King's punch bait does really good here. I've caught them on goldfish, uh, cut shad, live shad, bluegill, uh, just about anything. Uh, the crawdads and stuff during the spring when the creeks are running in and that fresh water's coming in. I think it pushes a lot of them crawdads out of that creek up in here. And at that time of year, when the creeks are running, you can hit that flowing water with a crawdad and do really, really good. That's all right, Dad. We can hook you up with some shad. I got a cast net. We can get them in, and there's another place I go. You can't use a cast net, but you can go in there and catch the shad on rod and reel. And it's a lot of fun taking that little ultralight rod in there, and you're catching 14 and 16-inch gizzard shad. Uh, you could have a blast catching bait. Never ice. Yeah, I've never ice fished either. Yeah, epic at times. Uh, them crawdads, uh, the bite can be on fire. There's a lot of them that catch them on goldfish and stuff out of here. Uh, I don't trot line or jug line or anything anymore, but there's a lot of guys that put jug lines out and catch them like that. Two old vets, uh, crappie jigs, small crappie jigs, like the deer hair jigs. They will hit them. I only do that on the lakes. I can't use a cast net on Rican Lake here. Uh, I can actually use a cast net. In the wintertime, uh, I can't really get shad here because they're pulled out into the deeper water. They're not up close to the bank. So I can go hit that other lake up and I catch all my fresh shad over there. And then I can come over here and fish. Yeah, Dan, sometimes we can get the crawdads down here at our bait shops too. Uh, They're kind of seasonal though, and at times they're hard to get. Hey, Sean T. Uh, Sean T. I'm in Oklahoma. I'm in South Central Oklahoma. I'm on Eureka Lake. I'm about 45 minutes from the Texas state line. I'm not too far from Mr. Creole. Couple of hours, I can jump down through Texas and go right over into Louisiana. This lake does really good with the fish because a darker lake. It's that muddy, murky water, and the bait fish really flourish here. So they have got plenty to eat. I think Creole would be a blast to fish with. Guys, as these links are coming up, they post these links. Check them out. Make sure you got these guys. If not, check them out, and you'd be surprised what you can learn watching some of these other guys. What rods and reels are you using? Kelly, I've got two medium action Shakespeare ugly sticks, and they are paired with the Abu Garcia 6500 wide spools. The other two are Shimano Tidewater trolling rod, and I've got the Abu Garcia 7000 IC3s on them. Later, catfish hunters. I'm a big Abu Garcia fan. I've used them for years and years and years. I've never had one fail me or let me down. Uh, the 7000 IC3s are my favorite because they've got the line capacity, but Abu Garcia is not making them anymore. So I'm going to have to try and find me a reel that's somewhere close to that. And bank fishing, these spots here don't really come in handy, but this spring and summer, I would like to get me some 10 and 12-foot rods just to where I can get the extra casting distance. A lot of these places that I fish, uh, this summer, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready to do some night fishing. Yeah, Epic 208 has a good channel. He does a lot of striper fishing too. Fishing around Chicago, I got 3 different tackle boxes. Uh, I keep them all uh, loaded up, and usually, if I'm not fishing, I'm at home watching fishing. Big flatheads in this lake too. Yeah, Air Run, Eureka Lake has big flatheads and big blues. Uh, there are blue cats in here uh, that go over 100 pounds. Uh, there are big flathead, uh, 70 pounds is about the biggest flathead uh, that I have caught out of this lake, but I'm sure there may be bigger because a lot of guys jug line fish, spot line fish. a lot of that stuff you just don't see. Hey, Mike Costello. Man, Mike, that sucked you got rained out yesterday evening. Guys, if you haven't checked out Mike Costello yet, check him out. Uh, he could really use some love about now. If his reels aren't breaking, his rods are breaking, and then last night he got rained out. Murphy's Law has kind of been riding on Mike Costello's shoulders here lately. We've all been there, so we know what it feels like when it doesn't seem what you do, it just seems to go bad no matter what. So, someone post Mike Costello's link up if you would, and show him some love. Guys, like I say, this is a new channel. I'm getting it kicked off and started. Uh, so don't be surprised if next time you come in, uh, if you're a moderator, because I know a lot of you guys from other channels and stuff. And when I go back and hit uploads, usually it takes a day before to let me go through and see the chat. I'll go through and pick out moderators. Even though the bike's kind of slow, at least I got two, and it's a lot better than being stuck at home. This is kind of my last day in the sun before it gets cold, and I'm going to try and soak up all the sunshine I can. Yeah, guys, uh, Mike Turner is a great mod to have. He does a great job. All right, Kelly, we'll catch you later. Don't work too hard. Yeah, fins and fines. It's better to get skunked than it is to not go at all, because I just hate being at home to where I can't fish. The weather was really bad when I left the house this morning, and I just decided, man, I'm going one way or another. And I come back out here, the sun started popping out, and I'm really glad I decided to come. The guy caught a 60-pound flat back 5 years ago, back in the creek. Yeah, yeah, there are definitely some big flatheads in here there, Ryan. And uh, the stumps, this lake has a lot of shell rock. You'll see points that come off into the water that have that shell rock. And them big flathead really like getting up under that shell rock. And they do good here. Looks beautiful now. Yeah, it's nice right now. The only reason it's nice right now, we've got had 25, 30 mile an hour winds on the main lake. So I come on the back side of this hill, and I'm kind of using the hill and the trees to block some of the wind. And this cove comes off the main lake, the main creek channel, comes through, goes out through those trees and back down. And we're back in here trying to stay out of the wind. That sun finally popped through the clouds, and if you're out of the wind and that sun's shining on you, it makes it pretty nice. Yeah, I heard that, Vets. I didn't know who it was, but Kerr Lake is a great fishery. Kerr Lake has a lot of big catfish in it. Springtime around here, when the creeks get up and they flood, them big catfish will start coming up out of Red River, and I'll go fish the creeks because you can get on them big blues and big flathead coming up out of Red River. So as long as you're out of that wind right now here, it's pretty nice. Hey, Dragonfire. Uh, Air Run, Ellsworth is a good lake to fish. Uh, I haven't been over there in years. Uh, I'll probably hit it again this year now that my channel's up. Uh, but yeah, it's a good fishery. It used to be. Uh, they have some railroad bridges and some culverts over there that the catfish really like to hang out around, and it's got some good fish in it. Plan to go down and hit Texoma this year. I would like to go down and fish Lake Lavon. I would like to go hit Eufaula and see what they got. Anybody good with two straight outboards? Boat giving you problems, stand three? I'll grab a drink. Hey, Greenwell fishing. Bumping Mike in the house. You know, a lot of guys focus on the big fish, but I focus on the experience, being out on the water, and I just enjoy being out here. If the big fish bites, man, fantastic. If he don't, I'll catch these smaller fish and still have a ball. Uh, I kind of learn every time I come out on the water and try and take some extra knowledge home with me. Trust me, you'll never know everything about catfish. They'll do things that throw a curveball into your whole train of thought. Yeah, one time I seen somebody. You said some on the live stream the other day. Whisker bowl. Someone had caught a big one there on curve. Uh, I didn't catch who it was, but man, when you're catching, you go to catching fish up over the 80-pound mark. Uh, you know you've done something. Stand 3, have you checked it to make sure it's still firing? Hey, Central Valley. Hey, Sharp. All right, guys, it's been a minute. I'm about ready for another fish to hit. Oh, I do know what I need to do. I need to hook my phone up or it's going to die. I'll be back, guys. Let me get this thing plugged in. There we go. I got to talking to y'all guys and catching fish, and I forgot all about charging the phone. It could have been disastrous. Sun's back behind the cloud again. Good idea, that. All right, guys, we need another fish. It's been a minute. I'm about ready for another takedown. I know if that sun stays behind that cloud, I want to put my jacket back on. Guys, if you're in this part of the state, you come down here fishing, you're not bank fishing, and you bring a boat. There's lots of trees out in this lake along that creek channel edge. It's a great spot to anchor up and catch some catfish. Something pecked at that last rod or swam into the line, just barely bumped it. He's going to have to get more aggressive than that. But I can't complain. It's been a good day. I'm not stuck at home. I've caught two fish already. I didn't get skunked. So fish starting to hit the top of the water. Uh, got some birds coming in here looking for shad and bait. So it may warm up and bite me, get hot again. NKR, you don't have to have a boat to catch fish. Uh, I had boats for years, spent a lot of time with them, bank fished a lot, and you can catch fish from the bank. Uh, During the fall of the year and spring and summer, you can catch a lot of big fish from the bank. Uh, so you don't have to have a boat to catch fish. Trying to see what this fish is over here splashing in the water. Break the top of the water. If it's getting fire, stand 3, make sure you're getting fuel up to it. Come on, fish. Ricky's Creation, I'm gonna have to look you up, uh, talk to you about a power pack where I can do longer live streams that'll keep my stuff charged. I know that's right in your wheelhouse. I've seen the one you made art. And I'm not like Chunky. I don't want to bring a cart and power inverter and battery and all that stuff. I'd rather just have the battery pack that I can charge my stuff on. I know Ricky does great work. That rod that Ricky just made for Jasmine, as his wife, did a great job on that rod and reel, Ricky. I can't wait to see her catch a fish on it. They've got bad weather, so they can't really fish right now, but she's got that brand new rod and that brand new reel all painted up and done up from Ricky's Creation. Put her kid's name on the rod, which was a really great touch. Uh, and she won't even be able to go out and fish with it yet. All right, Eric, be careful. Got some little ducks coming in to the cove out here. Yeah, I'm not big on the kayaks. I think it would be a blast, but my back and my legs are so bad I can't stay in one position very long, and I'm not very flexible anymore. I don't bend. I think a kayak would be rough on me. You didn't know any better. You'd think it was a spring day. That sun's out. There's cardinals and stuff up here in these trees behind me singing. Ducks swimming around on the water. Hey, Lacey, welcome back. Stand 3, y'all kind of had a rough time yesterday during the Whisker Bowl. I thought for sure y'all would be on the fish, but the fish just didn't cooperate. Come on, fish. We're about ready for another one. Kind of even today. We've caught one on the shad head and one on the body piece. Most of the time, you're not lucky enough to get your bait back. Usually, once you catch one on it, they devoured the bait. But both of them, I was able to get the bait back. I'm ready for some more to bite, though. I got plenty of bait to feed them. They got camera shy, stand 3. Yeah, I knew something happened. And man, it was beautiful yesterday when y'all were out doing the Whisker Bowl. And then this morning you're out in a kayak and the weather was nasty again. I was like, what happened? Yeah, One Ton Fishing Club, they're a blast. I really want to get up there and fish with them on Kerr Lake. Uh, they had it going on yesterday. Uh, had everything set up, cooked breakfast. Uh, they were prepared to make a day of it. Josh got back out. It was the first time I could see Josh fish since he hurt his tailbone. And it was nice to see him be able to get back out and catch some fish. That's how it is here in Oklahoma too, Stand 3. I give you much props though, bro. Y'all guys fishing some nasty weather. I've seen you out in the ice and the snow and just miserable conditions. Epic, I still haven't quite figured these fish out on this lake. Uh, was 39 degrees when I got here this morning, and within 10 minutes of throwing out, the fish hit, and we're fishing in 2 to 3 feet of water. At that time, the sun wasn't even out. It didn't have a chance to heat the water up. I don't know why these fish are staying up in the shallow water during the winter, uh, hanging up tight in this brush and this cover. You'd think they'd be out in the deeper channels, but for some reason, they're consistently way up in this brush. I'm building a new trailer, but should have come fishing. Yeah, guys, anybody that's ever around my area in Oklahoma that's around, hit me up. Uh, I am more than happy to take you out fishing. I've got extra rods and reels if you don't want to drag stuff. I don't have no secret spots. I will show you places. Uh, we just had another bite. He was bumping at that one. I could feel him. I think it's a little one. I don't even think he's big enough to get the bait in his mouth. I could feel him pulling the line a little bit, but he's going to have to do a lot better than that for that circle hook to get him. But like I was saying, anybody that gets down in this part of the area, I'll be more than happy to share information with you, show you places. Uh, I enjoy it. I love seeing everybody catch fish. You're in Virginia, but born in Alabama. Uh, I got to fish the dam there at Wheeler Lake one time in Alabama, and I definitely want to go back. I had a great time up there. It was a blast. Is Troy in here? Did I miss him? Hey, Georgia. Guys, I want to thank everybody for coming in. It's great to see y'all in here and see everyone talking and sharing knowledge and experiences in chat. Waiting on these fish to get a little bit more active. Hey, Big Cat, welcome. I'll leave it out there and let that little fish keep messing with it. He'll either get the bait off or get hooked. We haven't caught any big fish yet, and we're not, the bite's not actually on fire. We've got two fish in a little over almost 2.5 hours, but that's a lot more than I could catch sitting at the house on the couch. I'm going to stay and enjoy this sunshine as long as I can and see what all will happen. How long are the rods? Uh, 7 foot 6. We've got an 8 foot and a 9 foot. Uh, I'm looking to switch out and get some 10 and 12 foot rods, uh, just for extra casting distance from the bank. That really helps. It's hard to find good 10 and 12 foot rods. I know tangling with catfish makes a good rod. Uh, I've looked at some of theirs, and that may be what I end up getting. I just like the longer rods bank fishing uh, for extra casting distance. Wind's trying to pick up and switch directions on me. I hope it don't. Managed to stay hid from it pretty good so far. Try some trout fishing. Yeah, I've never trout fished, Dan. I know a lot of people do. Uh, I just never have tried it. I know the Medicine Park area, uh, they put the trout in. Thanks, Troy. I appreciate it. Hoping these fish get a little more active. Yeah, Dan, I know a lot of guys that go over there. And like I say, Medicine Park, I know they stock it with trout too. And guys go over there and catch them. They say that trout is good eating, but I've never ate any either. I've watched guys catching them up north, uh, fly fishing, catching the trout, lake trout, rainbow trout. Uh, I watched them catching the big king salmon. Those guys with those fly rods catching them trout and stuff, that's some talent there. Friend of mine, uh, he's oil field, so he travels. He went from Texas. He's up in North Dakota now, and they're up there fly fishing those springs and streams up there, and he catches a lot of trout with his girls and stuff. He'll post the pictures and stuff on Facebook. Beautiful country up there. Kind of feel like having them up in DC. I've got this tall grass and stuff next to me, and I can hear a rat or something going down through this grass all the time. Haven't been able to figure out what it is yet. All the birds are working the bushes and stuff. It's pretty neat. Guys, I think I'm gonna reel in, put some fresh baits on. And, all the good bites have come on this left side, so I think I'm gonna work these rods closer to the left and see what happens. Fresh bloody bait. Let's see if it works any better. It looked like we caught somebody's sock on that one. This fresh bloody bait. more, guys, and we'll be done. I got plenty of bait. We've been out there about 2.5 hours, so it doesn't hurt to change the baits. All right, guys, I'm back. We got good fresh baits on, and let's see what happens. Those baits have been out there, like I say, about 2.5 hours, and caught two fish. Had a couple of small bites, and I figured I'd go ahead and freshen them baits up. Hopefully, that fresh bait will do the trick, and we'll get some more activity. Hey, Matt Benson. All right, Troy, thanks for stopping in. Come on, fish. Got some fresh bait out there. Come visit us. Beautiful day, guys. Beautiful day. Once you get out of that wind, makes it nice. Yeah, sunfish. I've got a lot of people that I follow. Uh, I love going in, supporting everybody, watching their streams. Beautiful day. Where? Well, Lynn, right now it's nice where I'm at down here in Oklahoma. You got to stay out of the wind, but once you get out of that wind, that sun shining on you, it's pretty nice. Hey, Maurice, welcome. We'll straighten y'all up a little bit. Reese, it's good to see you. Thank you, Mike Turner, for posting that for Maurice and his family. Maurice is a great guy. He's a great supporter uh, of our YouTube catfishing family. Going through some tough times, but Mike Turner shared the link for his GoFundMe and stuff, guys. Uh, so show Maurice some of the love back. Let him know that we all support Maurice as much as he supports us. Matt, I'm at Warika Lake in South Central Oklahoma. Do I fish for other types of fish? I mainly catfish. I have to fish for bluegill, for bait at times, and if the catfish are not doing well when the crappie run and the crappie are spawning, I will catch crappie. What type of bait am I using, Maurice? Maurice, I'm using fresh cut gizzard shad. Gizzard shad is our natural forage fish here. It works really, really well, and it's a great bait. During the spring and summer, I'll use live shad some, but during the winter, cut shad seems to work better. Mr. Duggar, how you doing? Yeah, this lake here is it's a great fishery. Uh, they take care of it well. Uh, it's loaded with bait fish, and I think the muddy water helps the bait fish survive a little bit better. And it is full of fish, several different species. You can catch just about anything you want to fish for down here on this one body of water. I grew up on this lake fishing it, and my uncle helped build it, so he knew where all the old ponds and stuff were before they flooded it. All the old roads and stuff that were in this lake are still there when they flooded it. So the concrete bridges and stuff are just underwater. Really great habitat. Uh, it's got channel cat, flathead, and blue cat, largemouth bass, walleye, crappie, sand bass, hybrid, striper, crappie, drum, carp, gar, bluegill. It is loaded with fish. Later, hooks and hammock. Be careful. Like I say, this one body of water has several species of fish you can fish with. Other than fish, what is the weirdest things you have pulled up out of the water? Uh, I don't know. I've caught lots of stuff in the water, uh, from people's clothes to beer cans to barbecue grills. People out on their boats drop stuff overboard. I don't know how many different lures and stuff I've caught out here catfishing and reel up and catch someone's line that they broke off and pull in one of their rattle traps or their crankbait, spinnerbait. Just a minute ago, reeled into check bait and we had caught somebody's sock. There's just no telling. Keep waiting for these fish to get more active. Figured with that main lake going across us and them strong winds pushing, uh, it may push some bait fish up into this cove. I thought once that sun come up and started warming this water up, it might get pretty active. You just never know with these places, guys. Hey, Robert James, you just got to try. The other day, we weren't far from this point. We were farther up, and as soon as I got there, the fish were just hammering it, and got some small fish and a big fish. And then next time I tried it, there wasn't a whole lot going on. Today, within 10 minutes of being here, that first fish hit. I thought the bite was going to be on again. You just never know. I'm not going to complain. I've already caught 2 fish, and at least I'm able to get out and fish. There's a lot of people, the weather's so bad they can't even get out, get on the water. And any day you can get out and spend on the water is a good day fishing, regardless of how many fish you catch. No, I'm ready for these fish to start doing something. At least another bite. Hey, best friends outdoors, welcome. It's a little breezy and zero in. Kind of wish my wife would have come with me, but it was not nice when I left the house. It was cold and with the wind and stuff. She didn't want to get out. I could have got her in a spot like this and used the vehicle to block the wind off of her and maybe let her catch a fish. It's great when you have a wife that loves to fish and will come fishing with you. Good quality time spent together on the water, and it can be a lot of fun. Hey, Stan, how are you doing? Stan the man in the house. Yeah, Stan, I've caught 2 so far. Uh, One hit within 10 minutes of being here, and then it was kind of slow. Caught another one, both small, about 5, 6 pounds, and kind of had a lull. So I reeled in, put fresh bait on, and changed my baits and stuff off. Been out there about 2.5 hours. So I just put fresh bait on and try it again. Sometimes that fresh, bloody bait will make a difference. Turned out to be a beautiful day here once I got out of the wind. I got out of the wind in this back cove. Birds are up in the trees singing and almost like spring. Started right up with the carb cleaner. Stan, if it's firing with the carb cleaner but won't fire on its own, it's not getting the fuel. Where you moving to, Lynn? No, Dan, I got rid of all mine. I'll keep my eyes out though and see what I come across. Yeah, bits, but usually if it's flooding, you'll smell the fuel. Uh, that's what Becca's trying to do is get back to Arkansas. Aaron, I hope so. Uh, that sun's been up enough. It ought to be warming this water up. I was kind of hoping the fish activity would pick up. That's one thing usually after dark during the winter. Once the sun goes down, these fish get lockjaw. I mean, you may be catching one every 10 minutes, and once the sun goes down, they just disappear. Yeah, I knew Becca was down in Texas dealing with her parents' estate down there. She usually pops in. I haven't seen her today. Well, I'm about ready for them to hit their cycle here, Stan. I'm not too far from where I caught that 20 something pounder the other day. Uh, these fish will come in and they're hit and miss. I know they have been like to stay up in this brush, up in that shallow water for some reason. Even this morning when I first started the live stream, it was 39 degrees. This water's not 3 foot. I throwed my baits out there, and I thought, man, there's no way the fish are going to be in here uh, with it cloudy and overcast and 39 degrees. But I could get away from the wind, and we wasn't here 10 minutes, and that first fish hit. And I thought, wow. Yeah, the oil field is definitely up and down, Mike Turner. Uh, it's either feast or famine. Yeah, stand three. It definitely sounds like you got a fuel issue somewhere. Check your float and stuff. Is Flint Hill live, Lynn? Hope Flint Hill catches something if he's live. I like watching him. Oh no, just videos. He's fun to watch. He gets out in that kayak. When he flipped it, got hung up, rolled that kayak. That could have ended bad. He got lucky. That was a scary situation there for a minute. Oh, Justin with kayak catfishing. I haven't seen him doing a lot here lately either. Did y'all see Dieter Melhorn's new video? Yeah, that's what I thought. He had a video the other day uh fishing. That's the first one I've seen in a while from him. He has caught some big fish on that kayak. That's what it was. He's fishing for peacock bass. But Justin definitely has got some big fish in on that kayak. I know I miss uh, Steve Douglas. I watched him all the time, and he's been so busy he hadn't been able to fish and stuff. And I sure miss watching his videos. Haven't seen anything from Catfish Dave either. Good night, everyone. My pizza's here. All right, fishing with Chicago. Yeah, Steve Douglas catches some beasts. I love watching him. The way he controlled drifts, uh, doesn't use drift socks. He goes out and does them controlled drift, and he puts some fish in the boat. I like the way Steve Douglas does it. Uh, to me, that drift sock out the back, that's something for the fish to get tangled in. It seems like it would be a hassle. Old Vets has got another premiere tonight. I'll have to check him out. I got everything turned off while I do this live. But when I get done with this live, I bet my notifications will blow up. Come on, fish. Beautiful day. Don't let it go to waste. Normally, with the bite slow like this, guys, I'd move, but where that wind was blowing 20 and 30 mile an hour, about one of the only places I can hide from the wind good. All right, Mike Turner, thanks. Hear the geese. Guys, the bite's pretty slow. I'm gonna get off of here and pack up and see if I can find another spot out of the wind that I can do video. If I can find another spot out of the wind, I'll be live again. If not, I will catch everyone later. I want to thank all y'all for coming in, and I really appreciate it. Like I say, if I can find another spot out of the wind I can get to, I'll come back live. Thanks, guys.